stoimy na stoisku wydawnictwa LudiCreation, na którym wczoraj wydarzyło się coś bardzo, bardzo przykrego. Zniknęła kasetka z pieniędzmi, z utargiem z cały dzień. Ktoś ją po prostu ukradł. Ale wydawnictwo się nie poddaje i panowie postanowili wymyślić własną grę, której kampania rusza dzisiaj na Kickstarterze. Przed wami Falco z wydawnictwa LudiCreation, który opowie nam o tej grze. Hi Falco. The situation is very, very bad, but you are a brave man, and you...
But I'm a tired man, and we have a bad situation yesterday. Our cashier got stolen. We had two guys there, and they were both distracted, and then they took the cashier like a pro. On the fair, there's quite a lot of stealing this year, and we were one of those that got stolen. We lost 3,600 euros. And now we are scrambling to get something for the cash flow so we don't have to.
You designed the game?
Oh no, David Turchi did, the designer of Redacted, Days of Ire and some other games. He's a great guy, and as we came back yesterday to the Unperfect house, he was awake, and then we got speaking, and there was an idea about a Kickstarter to get the money back. And he said, okay, we do a game. And he had 12 minutes on the game, and then gave it to me. I did 3 prototypes, took 6 people, Draw Lab helped, a lot of people helped, and we played it like crazy. Got it to a version we are quite fond of, and now we have a postcard micro game that is fun to play, and hopefully we'll get the Kickstarter rolling. You can get it on the Kickstarter for $5 to get the card, and you can get our products also on the Kickstarter so we can get money.
So, could you tell us more about the rules?
Yes, of course. We have designed a game that is Netrunner meets Liar's Dice, and we put it on a postcard. One of the players plays the exhibitor, and he has 4 cash boxes. Only on the one cash box there is the real cash box, like the cash. The other part plays the robber, and he tries to find his cash box and steal it. We have as exhibitor one of our clerks that can protect the cards who is behind, and he can protect, of course, the real cash box, or you can like bluff and take the robber to another conclusion. The robber will take actions, and these actions he has to pay basically with making claims on what kind of dice or what dice he rolled. We have a track of claims he can take, and he has to go ever higher, and the exhibitor has to check if the robber is really telling the truth, and if he catches him at a lie, he has to prematurely take steal and try to get the real cash box, but that's only luck. He wants to have control over the game, get a little bit of lying going, and get actions and get information about the outlaying decoys and the cash box, and then steal it. He can also move the clerk. So what he basically does at the start of the game, he rolls 2 dice, and he keeps them secret from the exhibitor so he doesn't see that. And the exhibitor has before set up the cash boxes without robber knowing where the real cash box is, and set up the clerk. He can do it everywhere, and he couldn't do it on the real cash box. Then the robber goes there and makes a claim about his dice. Like if he wants to tell the truth, he would say, I have 1, 2. I do a prepare 2. That means he has at least 1, 2 on his dice showing. And then the exhibitor can say, oh, I believe you, I don't believe you. If he believes the liar can take an action. And the action of the robber is to peek under unprotected card, like so, or move the clerk 1 space. After this, he got information, and the exhibitor can think about moving his clerk to another space, but he can never move the clerk back to a space where it's coming from if the robber has moved it. So we say, oh, the 2 came through, he looked under this card, he knows that's a decoy. The next step would be, oh, I make a claim like, I have a 3. And the exhibitor says, okay, that's possible, he has a key, I believe him. The robber or peeks on another card, knows those 2 are decoys, so the cash box would be here or here. And the next turn, he has to make a claim, and he has to do it. If he wants to have a real, he can lie now, or can go for, my sum is 5 or greater, if he wants to do a real claim. So he does that, and has another action if the exhibitor believes it, looks under this card, and knows now exactly where the cash box is. So the exhibitor will not do anything and says, oh, okay, I'm under pressure, but now the robber has to do another claim, like the sum is over 7. And the exhibitor says 7, that's possible, but I don't believe you. The robber has to show the cards. He has done a wrong claim, and now he has to do a free pick. He has to pick one of those cards that's unprotected and make a steal. He knows that those are all decoys, and in this case, he would have lost. If the exhibitor would believe him, he could have just moved the clerk and with the next action do the steal on the cash box and have the cash. That would be a real claim. If he had like 8 and his claim would be 7 and the exhibitor wouldn't believe him, the exhibitor would lose 1 decoy, get lost, then have only 3 cards with 1 cash box, so the chances for the robber get better, but he can shuffle them around. And set it up again, do the clock, the threat dial stays at the same time, but the robber can use 1 die and re-roll it and have another go and say like, oh, now my sum is over 9. Exhibitor again can say, oh, I don't believe you, shows it, it's not a weak claim, so he now has to take one of these cards for a steal, and he does it and loses the game again. So it's a thematic game because we had the situation like the robber did put the clerk on the other space of the booth to get the real cash box from us, and the robber was quite professional, so we wanted to have that represented in the game, so we put a little bit of the liar dice mechanism versus a bluff mechanism, and it's quite fun. I played it like 50 times last night, and yeah, I can say it's not really even. The exhibitor job is slightly harder. He has to catch the robber at a lie, and if it's a good roll, like the robber goes with this, he has not that many chances to catch the robber. But it's fun, it's quick playing, and it helps us. That's the main thing.
Jak widzicie, gra jest szybka, dynamiczna i przede wszystkim kosztuje tylko $5. Możecie pomóc chłopakom, kupić grę, wesprzeć ich i po prostu pomóc zatrzeć im złe wspomnienia z tegorocznego Essen.